Hi Libra, welcome to your horoscope psychic tarot reading for the months of January, February, March, and April of 2019. Thank you for listening and watching. If you would like your own personal reading from me, check out my website, Lamarr Townsend Tarot.com. I also do astrology birth chart readings. I am an astrologer as well as a psychic tarot reader, so I speak astrology quite fluently. So if you would like your own personal reading from me, your own personal psychic tarot reading, or your own personal birth chart reading, contact me on my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. Of course, if you're new to my channel, subscribe. Hit the bell next to the subscribe button so that you get a notification whenever I go live or upload a new video. Thank you guys for listening and watching. Hey, everybody. Hey, Casey. Hey, Jenny. Hey, Tawanda. Hey, Tyree. Hey, Banana Pudding. Thank you guys for listening and watching. Make sure if you're new to my channel, subscribe. And thank you for listening and watching. Let's get right into it and see what's in store for Libras for the months of January, February, March, and April of 2019. All right. This is for Libra Sun, Moon, and Rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, Jupiter, Uranus, Pluto. Remember, I'm also doing live readings at the end of this reading. So if you would like your live reading, send a super chat or a PayPal. I do prefer PayPal. And anywhere between $5 to $10 is one question. $20 is two questions. Wow. $30 is three questions. And so on and so forth. How's everyone doing in the live tonight? I hope you guys are enjoying your day. Let's get right into Libras. Libras, there must be a lot going on because there's a lot going on over here right now. My candle just went out, so I have to go relight it. Yes, hit the like button when you guys come in. It's almost like everything's happening at once, Libra, for you guys. I see my candle went out again. And you guys don't have time to, like... Okay, it's like everything's happening at once for you guys, and you guys don't have time to, like, get it together. And it's like, you know, it's like 5 seconds before you have to go on stage if you were a performer. Almost like Wendy Williams. Like, if you guys watch Wendy Williams, like, she's always talking about how, like, seconds before she goes on stage, you know, it's live. You know, if my wig is off, like, you know, my wig is just off and I have to go out there without a wig. It's like that energy where it's like you just have to go out and go for it and just deal with what comes. So what's in store for my Libras for the months of January, February, March, and April of 2019? I hope that makes sense for some of you out there. What's in store for Libras for the months of January, February, March, and April of 2019? So much going on. I know, right? The cards are acting crazy. The energy's a little bit crazy right now while I'm reading for you guys. It's a lot. What's going on for my Libras for the months of January, February, March, and April of 2019? I just feel like you guys have a lot going on these next 2 months. Especially moving into the beginning of the year, like January and February specifically. I get the energy that February is going to be a very romantic month for some of you, so that's exciting. What's going on with my Libras? All right, let's do one more shuffle. Libras love wearing wigs and weaves, which is cool because they can be stylish without wearing their hair out. Exactly. Here we have the Two of Wands in the past position. So this is kind of like looking out into the horizon, seeing what's out there, you know, wanting a new adventure, wanting new opportunities, all right? This is in the past. The Queen of Swords. So this could be a lot of you, all right? This is kind of a feminine air sign energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. You know, obviously for a lot of you, it's Libra. But, you know, this is, you know, can relate to you whether you are male or female, though. And this is typically... this is being restrictive, but maybe being a bit too restrictive with yourself in terms of how you feel you should act versus how, you know, just acting, you know, just, and it's kind of interesting how I'm saying acting and I was mentioning the stage earlier. It's almost like you guys are literally on stage and it's like once you get out there, it's like behind the stage, there's a whole different thing going on. But then it's like once you hit the stage and the lights are on you, it's like You start to act differently, you guys, all right? And it's like something about this is going to be revealed to you guys about how when the pressure is on, you guys switch a little bit, all right? It's like some of you stall, some of you kind of can wing it and, you know, recite your lines, maybe not verbatim, but it's like you're winging it, you're doing it, the show's going on. But for some of you, it's like you stall. For some of you, you do get clumsy and you trip over yourself, kind of like I was doing a little bit earlier, right? But it's like there's something about when the pressure's on, Libra, what do you do? Whether when the pressure's on in your relationships or when the pressure's on in your love life. And remember, this can relate to you whether you're a sun, moon, rising, Venus, Mars, Mercury, Chiron, Vesta, North Node, South Node, Libra, all right? Somewhere when the pressure is on for you, Libra, you know, it's like you either are really good at winging it or you kind of turn to self-sabotaging energy. Like you can kind of self-sabotage in a way. And this skill of being on your toes, being able to think, being able to act on your toes is going to be honed these next few months for you guys, all right? And also the skill of dealing with stress, coping with stress, coping with not things not going perfectly, coping with the idea that, you know, sometimes, you know, yeah, in the moment, you know, you don't have a perfect moment. Maybe you say the wrong line. Maybe you say the wrong thing, you know, but, you know, allowing things to be. Like, it's once again kind of the energy where I'm like, some of you are a little bit too stoic in how you think things should go, how you think things should pan out versus just allowing things to be. All right, Libra, I feel like there's an emphasis on needing to allow things to be. Because it's when you guys have that kind of controlling nature where it's like, oh, it has to be this way and we have to do this. And then, you know, it has to turn into like when you guys try to control too much of the narrative, it kind of backfires on some of you. Versus for those of you who are just kind of able to wing it and go with the flubs, you know. Also, some of you are working through energies of being able to admit your faults. Some of my Libras out there are finally realizing, you know what, I've been running away from myself. You know, I've been running away from myself. I've been running away from my truth. I've been running away from my pain. I've been running away from, you know, my mistakes. You know, some of you are finally facing your truths, facing the part you played in certain situations. Like you're really looking at the core of everything, why you acted the way you acted, why you may be self-sabotaged in the past in relationships. Because now I'm on relationships, all right? Like I'm getting the energy of relationships for a lot of you. And maybe this is why I was saying I feel like February is going to be a, you know, romantic month for a lot of you. Hey, Killer Trilla, totally winging it. Oh my God, yes, Tyree. Yeah, I do. I feel like I'm being pulled towards my destiny. They pull us so strong. The pull is so strong. Yes, Sheena, exactly. I feel like there's changes around career, money for my Libras out there, specifically around March and April. Changes with money and career, and it's also a shift in how you do things. It's a shift in how you operate. You're learning to go with the flow more. For some of you, you're learning to become better at winging it. For those of you that have been winging it, you're becoming better at kind of, you know, going with the flow of life versus having this kind of pattern of, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like it's like here's the flow of life, and then like the flow of life is like, I don't even know how to explain it. It's like this, but you're like this, you know, like an up and down kind of like there's no rhyme or rhythm to how you operate for those of you that are wing it Libras, all right, in this case. But there's going to be more of a rhythm and a rhyme up to how you do things, all right? There's an artistic aspect coming into play here for my Libras, all right? Either, you know, more artistic in how you live your life, more artistic in how you express yourself, more artistic in the way you style yourself. There's something about artistic element coming out of Libras these next few months, especially around February, March, and April. All right. Like I'm just feeling like a lot of you are kind of coming out of your shells. All right. And this can be in relationships, but this can be like with life purpose for some of you as well. So it's going to resonate differently for all my Libras out there. But very transformative, a few months for you guys. I'm excited. So let's look at love for my single and coupled Libras. So what's in store for love for my single and coupled Libras? Yes, going with the flow, enjoying the journey. Exactly. Exactly, Tyree. So what's in store with love for my single and coupled Libras for the months of January, February, March, and April of 2019? What's in store? Make sure you guys like the video as you guys come in. Subscribe to my channel if you're new. And remember, if you want your own personal reading from me, you can contact me on my website, lamarrtownsendtarot.com, or just type in Lamarr Townsend Tarot on Google and I'll show up. So what's in store for my Libras for January, February, March, and April in love? My single and coupled Libras. What's in store for my single and coupled Libras for the months of January, February, March, and April of 2019? Single and coupled Libras. All right. Well, we get the attraction card here in the past position. But I feel like for this is like you guys were attracted to people maybe who weren't so much attracted to you. I feel like this is like kind of unrequited love energy in the past. Here we get the 8 of Wands. So, definitely moving forward with, newfound, how do I say this? A newfound sense of activity in your love lives, or a newfound sense of activity in your relationship for those of you who are already in a relationship. Like, I also feel like for some of you, like if you're in a relationship, but it's been stagnant or it's just kind of been dragging on, it's like, maybe the option of singledom is opening up for some of you. And that is like going to open up your love life to some sort of new sense of activity. I'm just feeling like, a lot of flirtatious activity, a lot of, 1 foot in, 1 foot out in certain situations, especially for those of my Libras who are in relationships in which it's just kind of a little bit teeter-tottering or on the rocks. I feel like some Libras are going to want to break out of monotonous relationships, monotonous routines in dating or relationships or something like this. I wish I was in a relationship. Here we have the Strength card here, all right? So Libras are definitely finding their inner strength, their inner voice, your ability to speak out in dating and relationships, to speak out and to speak up about what you want and what you need in relationships, Also something about Libras raising their standards these next few months in relationships and dating, or raising your standards in your relationship if you're already coupled. The Fool card. All right, so taking chances, taking leaps of faith, taking risks for my Libras. Here we have, though, the 7 of coins. Interesting. Libras, are you worried about money? Are you trying to manifest some new opportunities, some new changes with love? Are you trying to find yourself? I feel like a lot of you are trying to find yourselves these next few months. Especially for my Libras who are in relationships. I just feel like for my Libras who are in relationships, some of you may have gotten lost in your relationship or lost in your partner for some of you, or some of you may have just gotten lost in the whole process of dating. Like, maybe some of you have gone through certain hurts or certain instances where you've been hurt, you've been wounded, and it's caused you to lose yourself in some sense. It's cost you to kind of lose a sense of who you were, or lose a sense of who you are truly, So I feel like, once again, there's something about Libras finding their strength these next few months. Finding yourself again, yeah. You guys are, finding your strengths. You're also healing and letting go and forgiving yourself once again. For some of you, you are healing yourself from addictions, but the root cause of addictions, All right, and I feel like a lot of the root causes is guilt for some of you, guilt and regret. A lot of you are holding on to guilt and regret, I feel like, in relationships, but this energy, once again, is being released. Some of you could have a heart-to-heart conversation with someone from the past, or once again, some of you could have a heart-to-heart with a partner you're currently already dealing with. I'm feeling like February or March, specifically, for this kind of heart-to-heart moment. But I feel like this heart-to-heart moment, whatever it is definitely going to bring you balance and peace with the Temperance card coming out right above the 8 of Coins, all right? It's going to give you peace and some sense of closure. So some Libras are getting closure out there in their, dating lives and their relationships. And I feel like it could actually bring you and this person closer. So someone from the past could be coming back around, Libra. I also want to say whether you are single or coupled. So be on the lookout for that. Someone from the past could be coming around, and either you're going to want to reconcile or they're going to want to reconcile. All right. This can also be a past friend, all right, as well for some of you. But I feel like if it's a past friend, there are romantic feelings involved, whether you have romantic feelings or this person does, or both of you do, or vice versa, whatever the situation is. That's what I see for my Libras, all right, single and coupled. Now let's look very quickly at money for January, February, March, and April of 2019 for my Libras. And remember, if you want your own personal reading from me, check out my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. So what's in store for Libras with their money for the months of January, February, March, and April of 2019? Shmoney, yes. Yes, Tawanda. Shmoney. So what's in store for Libras and their shmoney for January, February, March, and April of 2019? What's in store for Libra and money for January, February, March, and April of 2019? Libras and money for January, February, March, and April of 2019. You get the 4 of Cups here in the past position. The Star here. So a lot of you are breaking barriers in career, breaking barriers at your job. Some of you are, will be promoted, or some of you will hear word of promotion, word of being getting a raise or something like that. Or a lot of you are just being praised in some way for your work, for your efforts when it comes to career, the job, or something like that. I get the 2 of Cups here. So some of you could be collaborating with someone prominent, or someone could be giving you a shout out or something like that, or could just be once again acknowledging you, like, hey, you do really good work. But it feels like this person is kind of someone of stature in some way, whether this is like a supervisor, a boss, a celebrity, or something like that for some of you maybe. But this is kind of someone shouting you out, someone acknowledging you and your efforts, your works in some way. Get the Ace of Swords. So some Libras could be getting a shout out from someone or of prominence these next few months, or sometime in the new year, or at the beginning of the new year of 2019. But there's like something about, once again, Libra, I'm getting this theme of, it's like once the spotlight is on you, it's like, how do you act? This is like the ultimate test of like, okay, now have you learned the lesson? What are you going to do now that this spotlight is on you? It's like the universe is really kind of helping you to get better at dealing with the public, being in the public eye, dealing with your public persona, something like that. Like, I just get you in the public, like, is a big theme. All right. And for a lot of you, some ultimate test is going to, you're amazing. Thank you. Thank you, by the way, Terry, that's very kind. For a lot of you, there's going to be like some ultimate test of like, how do you deal with being put on the spot? For some of you, this is going to be a big, big grand test in which I feel like someone of prominence, and maybe this is why I'm getting the Star for some of you, because this is celebrity as well. someone of prominence is going to shout you out. Someone of prominence is going to kind of put you on the spot in some way. And it's like, what do you do with this? You know, do you take it and run with it? Because this can be a positive effect on your money, or it can be, you know, a bad kind of effect on money, work, or career as well. So, I don't know. My Libras out there, there's something interesting going on with money, career, a shift of some sort. Yes, my shirt, right? Yeah. There's also something about some of my Libras out there maybe realizing that someone may be draining you of your money around you, whether this is a partner, a boss, a supervisor, or something like that at your work, mainly towards March or April. All right, is what I'm sensing. But for most of my Libras, I feel like there's new opportunities coming for you to change your money around for the better. All right. Definitely new opportunities for you to change your money around for the better. And in a positive way. In a positive way that's going to help you deal with being put on the spot. Or there's an element of being put on the spot to it. All right. So, all right, Libras. I hope you can sing like a canary, or maybe for some of you, it's about not singing like a canary when you put on the spot. Maybe some of you talk too much when you're put on the spot. Actually, I just got that. You know, Libras do have that energy sometimes where it's like you're put on the spot and then you just blabber everything. That might not be a good thing, Libra. So, I'm a public speaker this year has been crazy. I'm learning through, yeah, there's something about Libras and the public. All right, like, especially when it deals with money. So, I blab on sometimes. Well, y'all know I have a Libra moon, and my videos, you know, can go on and on, which is why I need to cut this one short. So thank you guys for listening and watching. I appreciate you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading. Make sure you like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, and hit the bell next to the subscribe button so that you get a notification whenever I go live, okay? And Libras, thank you for allowing me to read for you. If you want your own personal reading, once again, check out my website, LamarrTownsendTarot.com. And I appreciate you guys. Love and light. I'll catch you guys in the next live. Have a great few months, Libra.